X TV.
Hey everybody, it's Paul Tosh here with my buddy Mark Queen on the special Planet X Bonaire edition.
X marks the spot right here in Bonaire.
Only here on Planet X.
Now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the on-air traffic reporter for Seattle's own Como News Radio. Now, every morning and afternoon during drive time hours, I provide the traffic reports in the Como Air Patrol. Now, after many years of working on the air for Como, and after 35,000 flight hours to add, I have to say, I've got the best job on the airways. Now, in addition to my work in the air, my friend and fellow pilot Mark Queen and I came up with an underwater dive plane we call the Reef Surfer, and it allows for a seriously wild ride underwater. Now, our expedition to Bonaire with Planet X TV crew and our own marketing wizard Greg Witt allowed us to have a true adventure in the Caribbean on the land and underwater.
We're going to see Carlos Costa, world record free diver down there, buddy of ours, help him launch his new free diving school. Oh, the guy's pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to take this thing to the limit.
On this episode, my crew, including Mark Queen and Greg Witt, cover the water sports action on the island, including an amazing scuba dive adventure, an underwater expedition with world-famous freediver Carlos Costa, a look at the sailboarding scene on Bonaire, including the local feature film Children of the Wind, and of course, a wild ride on the Reef Surfer. Now, our walk around Crolendike, the island's main hub, allowed us to take on local scenery, cool people, and Bonaire culture. For Mark and myself, this is just our latest of many trips to the island, which feels, almost like a second home, and we are thrilled to be back with our friends from Planet X TV.
Hey, we'll be right back with more action from Bonaire right after this.
Stay with us right here on Planet X.
Planet X TV.
Welcome to Klein Bonaire, a small uninhabited island off the west coast of the main island of Bonaire. It's 6 kilometers long, approximately only 1,500 total acres. It's extremely flat, rising no more than 2 meters above the sea. World famous as a dive and snorkeling hotspot, it's also the site for our Reef Surfer and Planet X underwater expedition. This is Paul with Planet X. We're going to go to Klein Bonaire and have one of the best dives of your life.
Picture frames, they still remain the best times. I never had a lot to say to you. Wish I knew what I do now. This habit I'm working on, I'm trying to break it. Found love and I lost it, just felt that moment escaping. It's not a material, it's nothing that you can see. You're sleeping alone, lying in bed, just wondering if touching you, oh, touching you the same way you used to be. You used to be a part of everything, but now you sing alone, alone, alone. It's a look in your face, the smile that you wear. Something inside is hurting, but you would never share. You're the one that I don't see anymore. If I got to say what I never got to say, it would be, oh, I'm moving along, I'm thinking of you. Oh, I hope that you know that you were gold, you were gold. I'm telling you now, 'cause you've never been told. You were gold, you are gold. Somebody's gonna find you. Somebody's gonna find you. Somebody's gonna find you. Oh, I'm moving along, I'm thinking of you. Oh, I want you to know that you were gold, you were gold. I'm telling you now, 'cause you've never been told. You were gold, you are gold. Somebody's gonna find you.
Joining us on the water adventure were some local girls from the island who helped us get a real great perspective on the reef with our reef surfer.
I'ma bring the top down, leave the windows open. I'm feeling so good tonight. Girl, can you just hold this? Look, I'm trying to drive you. I don't wanna hit that. I got a show tonight, and I'm not trying to miss that. Yeah, you got me feeling fresh the way you walk beside me. They think that I'm worth a lot, living high society. The moment that I walk in, I got you behind me. I turn around and there she is, waiting to say,
How you do it? How you do it? How you do it? How you do it?
I'm doing fine, fine. I'm doing fine, fine. I'm doing fine, fine. Yeah, why? What's it to you? She thinks that she knows me, but trust me, I don't know her. She was never in my life, you know I got your poster.
Additionally, world-famous freediver Carlos Coste joined the Reef Surfer expedition to give us his shot at this new sport.
Hey, we'll be right back with a lot more action from Bonaire on Planet X.
Planet X TV.
From Dive Friends Bonaire, welcome Planet X.
Planet X TV.
Hanging out with Planet X TV, Bonaire, ready to drive, reef surfing on small wall, Carlos Costa.
Today, Carlos Costa, world record freediver, meets reef surfer. And you've got a front row seat on Planet X TV. Yeah, go. He's ready. You were telling me earlier why you wanted to come to Bonaire. What's special about it when it comes to training for freediving?
Bonaire is a very special island in the Caribbean Sea. This island has a very clear and beautiful water with reef. And the depth is easy to find here, near from the shore. You don't need big boat to go far. You only need to swim a little and you find good depth. We have the best logistic of all the region about South Caribbean and South America for freediving. And other reason that it island is in front of my country. I'm almost in Venezuela, and this is good for me too. It's easy to share the places, to go between Caracas and Bonaire is very easy.
It's good to be close to home, right?
Yeah.
Now we're going to visit with Carlos Costa in a future Planet X TV special to take a look at the world of freediving and his very important work in ocean conservation.
Planet X TV.
Let's check out local sailboarder Joop Schmidt right here on Planet X TV.
No matter where you're from, we all play a part. And every one of us, we share one beating heart. Just a little bit, just a little more. We gotta come together. What are we waiting for? No matter where you're from, we all play a part. And every one of us, we share one beating heart. We gotta come together and just change like the weather. We gotta turn it around and it'll be better late than never. Just a long ways to go, the road straight up there. When we reach the top, man, views will give you the chills. And lies within us all beneath new rays of sun. And from this point of view, we're all just one. Just a little bit, just a little more.
Wow, man, Joop can really fly. Let's check out this local film, Children of the Wind.
The first windsurfing gear on this island. The fishermen find it on the sea, and we didn't know what it was, where it come from. This is a gift from God.
If I don't have windsurfing, I wouldn't go anywhere.
This sport gives my life peace. I can remember when I was a kid, before the life I had now. Everything was falling apart.
There was not much on Bonaire. It was very tough to survive.
My father left us, so me, my brother Tonky, moved to my grandparents' house.
I started to promote windsurfing among the local guys. They laughed to me and says, okay, where are you gonna get the money from? He says, don't worry, we go fishing.
Elvis and Platoon are incredible source of energy that inspire an whole island to get behind windsurfing.
In the beginning days of freestyle, we went out there and you sailed around. It was like watching grass grow. And then this whole new group of kids came from Bonaire, spin and rotate and grab and everything in the air. A whole new style of sailing and a whole new cast of characters.
They came from somewhere that was far from perfect, and yet they were able to blow away most of the way.
They begin to windsurf before they can even swim.
These guys were just on covers of magazines and they just exploded.
This was their only way out, their only hope.
That day when the guys arrived, there was more people even when the queen came.
Wow! Then I said, Grandma, I can take care of myself.
They threw the rulebook out the window and it opened the door to just an entire new repertoire of moves that no one could have thought of beforehand.
It was like dancing on the water. Kids really inspire each other here, and you see kids from all the way around the world.
Before the freestyle revolution, there weren't hardly any kids. These guys probably saved windsurfing.
June 12, 2011, Bonaire will host the Professional World Cup. It says Bonaire against the world.
The locals, they're all here to support their heroes, the windsurfing heroes.
This is like building a castle into a desert. If one of them wins, it's going to be huge.
Sport has the power to change the world. You empower children, give them a reason to live. You give them a sense of purpose.
Mira outro, vai dentro de show. Vai quando meta por delante, vamos buscar muito coetâneo.
If you don't have respect, you don't go anywhere.
Sometimes I want to give up, but I say like, who cares? I'm still running this thing.
This is a movement that can really create a whole new future for a whole new generation.
Greg, what was the best thing you've done on Bonaire?
Definitely the deep sea coral dive was awesome. Couldn't beat that, and Jibe City rocks.
Mark, how about you?
I think hanging out with world record freediver Carlos Costa and being able to reef surf with that guy was pretty cool.
We'll be right back here again on Planet X TV.
Only here on Planet X.
We'll be right back on Planet X.
Planet X TV. Planet X TV.
From Dive Friends Bonaire, welcome Planet X.
Hey, we're back from break here on Planet X TV. This is Paul Tosh. I'm here with Augusto from the Coral Restoration Foundation of Bonaire. And we've just been talking to him. He seems very passionate about what he does. Why don't you, Augusto, tell us what it is you do here on your foundation?
Well, basically what we do here on Bonaire is try to educate people with hands-on experience. So we created this foundation called Coral Restoration Foundation Bonaire, that is a branch from the foundation that exists for years already in the US, in the Florida Keys. And basically we're trying to bring pieces of the reef back to life, especially staghorn and elkhorn coral. We have a technique that has been developed by Kennedy Meyer in the Florida Keys, and we adapted to the Caribbean, to the island of Bonaire. We call them the nursery trees, and we grow coral for real, and then we'll transplant it to the reef. And the main idea is to replenish, refurbish the reef, the pieces of the reef that are missing, that are not coming back as fast as they should. And our hand can push and speed up this process of the restoration of the reef that we're missing. The end result will be a healthier reef, more marine life related to it, and happy divers.
You were telling me, this fascinated me, you were telling me where you get the pieces of coral that you can regrow. This is fascinating.
Yes, indeed. Obviously, there's research involved, so we explore the island of Bonaire looking for healthiest reef and places where we could extract some samples of those corals, obviously with the approval from the marine park. So we chose 10 different locations on the island trying to get different genetic information. So basically the idea is that once we have those corals transplanted to the reef after a period of time that they grew, we have different genetic information mixing and creating new corals stronger that will resist temperature changes, hurricanes, swells, etc. And they will then by themselves reproduce on a sexual way, and they will continue the process on their own. So basically we're just push-starting here the process, helping nature a little bit. We owe nature big time.
Let your kids grow up and hopefully they'll be on your own.
Exactly. That's the whole idea. Let them fly on their own.
Yeah. Now you're based here at the Buddy Dive Resort on Bonaire. Can you tell us a little bit about the dive operation here?
That is correct. We have a resort, a family resort dedicated to cater for divers, families, and also non-divers. Diving is, I will say, the main course of the island, but with the time we notice that people come here also for relaxation and water sport activities. And we have a big amount of divers coming through the year just to experience the beauty of the reef. But nevertheless, it's not only diving, so they can do 2 dives in the morning, and maybe in the afternoon they just chill out or go to the east coast of the island and do some windsurfing. So we have a resort that has it all, let me put it like this. So we have nice location, restaurants, swimming pools, and direct access to the ocean. So it doesn't get any easier or any better than what we have, I will say so. And it's paradise.
That's for sure. Now, a lot of people come to Bonaire for the diving, and there's, as you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of stuff to do here. Name a couple of those. There's some extreme sports going on here.
Absolutely, and I will use myself as an example. I'm a diver, I'm a free diver also, but on my days off, I go and do kite surfing. Conditions are perfect, ocean, wind, location, so why not? And tourists from other countries also come and do exactly the same, and they combine their week between diving, kite surfing, or windsurfing. And why not? It's so accessible and so easy to do it if you practice. But it's possible, no? And it's the way many people do their vacation or plan their vacation, absolutely. More and more.
Thanks, Augusto. We'll have more action from Planet X right here on Bonaire.
Planet X TV.
Hey, along with Greg Witt and Mark Queen, I'm Paul Tosh for Planet X TV and Reef Surfer. I want to give a big thank you to all of our friends here on Bonaire. We had such a great time. We've done so many things: scuba diving, windsurfing, kiteboarding, reef surfing, and just all around good time. Thanks to all of our friends on Bonaire that we've met. Come back real soon. That's what we're going to do, and we hope you'll join us.
I feel so high, like if I could fly. I feel so push your troubles up in the air. Raise them hands like you just don't care. In the air, in the air, say 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 in the air, 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 say in the air. I feel so high, like if I could fly. I feel so free to be me. I wanna go up, I wanna get down. This feeling can't stop, so push your hands up. I said to push your hands high, like if I could fly. I feel so free to be me. I wanna go up, I wanna get down. This feeling can't stop, so push your hands up. I said to push your hands high, 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 high. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. I said put your hands up, 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 put your hands up. I said put your hands up, put your hands up, said put your hands up, put your hands up. Up, 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 down, 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 down. Stop, up, 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 up. I said to push your hands up, 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 down, 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 down. Stop, up, 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 up. I said to push your hands up. In the air, push your hands up. In the air, I said to push your hands up. In the air, 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 I said to push your hands up. In the air, 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 say in the air. Turn up.
Planet X TV.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
That wraps up this episode. We'll catch you next time right here on Planet X.